record on this computer. Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I do have it pulled up.
Same.
Yeah, I thought I did. Okay. Um, so I read through all the profiles at least.
Same, yep.
I went through those and I was like, okay, this all makes sense. And then when I
Mm-hmm.
the document, let's see, do we just want to fill it out like together and then I can send it to you?
Sure.
Or do we have to like do it one on
Or
one?
do we have to, I don't know. What does it say? Let's see.
Probably both have to fill it out.
Probably. When your Saneway interest document is complete. I don't know. I would assume we both have to fill it out, but
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, probably because it has like the negotiated and then the counterpart. So probably.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pull up mine and fill it in really quick.
Okay, perfect.
Negotiator. Did I say I would do Karen or Ken?
Yes.
Okay,
And I
Karen.
was Ken.
Perfect.
Okay.
Same way. So, negotiation. Okay, awesome. So when I was looking at, let's see, it says this is all about the people that are involved in the negotiation, right?
Yeah.
And then name people who'd be affected.
Yes.
Okay, let me pull up on this other screen. I'm gonna pull up the profile really fast so I can look and double time it.
You're good. I know I'm like so many screens. I need like
I
four
know.
computer screens.
Okay. So let's see. Do you want to go through yours first with the Ken?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the constituents, I was thinking that would probably be like other employees who like could also be considered for the promotion
Yeah.
because they maybe like they might care about the outcome. Um, and then for friends, I was thinking his fiance, would she be considered a friend? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, and then um the only other one I really thought about who would have like who would care would be like under boss. I put Karen because obviously she's going to
Oh,
care about the outcome.
yeah.
So anyway, so that's what I put for because it
Okay.
didn't really mention anyone else.
Yeah. It didn't really say anybody else. And when I was looking at Karen's people, let's see what I had kind of had down as like the constituents. I was thinking about just like the other people like at the company. Like I was like, I think that's the best thing I could at least come up with. Like
Yeah.
there's like sane way others like on the team.
Hmm.
And then I wrote down um for friends, I talked about her caregivers for her husband.
Yeah, yeah,
Like she doesn't have any caregivers, but like I mean I'm like specified, but they're like her friends and family who like
yeah.
for that. And that kind of loops into the family part. I was like, definitely her husband, because she said she's got a husband, like 3 or 4 kids,
Uh-huh.
and then the caregivers as well. Like she's got some, like kind of a mix, it sounded like, of people who helped care.
Yes.
And then for boss, it didn't say, at least I couldn't find who her boss was, but I was like, I'm sure like the manager cares.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, like the manager of the whole store.
Yeah, like
Well,
who,
I guess she's the store manager, so
yeah. So I'm like, with headquarters, like, is that something that I would put down? I'm like, that's kind of what
maybe.
I was thinking, but I was like, I don't really know. So I kind of like threw that
Yeah.
out as an idea.
Yeah.
Um, and then as like others, I just put like customers, like people that would come into the store, because I feel like
Yeah,
that
okay.
he would care about that, like,
Hmm.
and like the customers would care. I don't really think he would care very much, but I think Karen would care, like how he interacts with customers and stuff.
Definitely.
Or I could even put like other employees, I guess would be another one. Like
Hmm.
others.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll add that to that list too. Um, and then this is where I got confused. I was like, is this all we're supposed to write in here?
I know, I was like, okay.
I'm like,
I
maybe
think
I'm
so.
missing something, but I was like, this is all like I was like, I think I read it like 3 times today, and I was like, am I missing
Yeah.
something?
I know, me too. I was like, Okay, I guess this is what it's asking.
Hopefully she'll watch this and be like, okay, yeah, they're gonna figure it out. I'm
Oh
like,
my
no, that's kind of
sorry.
like moved on to the next section. Like I was like,
I
okay,
know.
move on. Let me fill out. I forgot
Okay,
the last one.
let's see.
At first I was like, are we like negotiating? I was like,
I, I was like, I'm such a bad negotiator. Like, I hate it.
"Ew." I'm like, I don't want to have to go through this. I don't.
Oh my, great.
Oh,
But okay, I think that's everything we do for the first page.
I think so.
So,
And then
okay,
for the next
let's
one.
clarify the interests.
So I think for what I kind of noticed for like Karen's interest, like obviously like her personal interests for me, I kind of felt like we're probably going to be like the flexibility of being able to like go home and like help with her husband and things like that. Like that's kind of my understanding was like her personal side would be like the flexibility, having somebody reliable, um, having somebody that's like that's kind of why she cares so much was my
Mhm.
understanding. And then like from a business standpoint, of course, like she wants somebody, she even said like in her goals was to have somebody that is willing to work for a salary, um, and would also like help like stay in the area. Like she's like, so that's kind of what I just kind of copied and pasted some of that over because I was like, I think that kind of makes sense. Like she would want
Yeah.
somebody who's like willing to work.
Mhm.
Um, and then there was two business lines, so then I got confused.
I know. I was like, do we just put like one thing in each box? I don't know.
Probably, I guess, yeah. I'm like, I guess so. Because I'm like, I guess I can put one bullet point in one, and then in the other one, I put, I'm gonna put like, yeah, desire, like a chosen career path. I think is what I'll put in the other one. I don't know. But that's kind of what I put in mine.
Cool. Um, okay, so for Ken, I feel like he was just like really focused on money. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing for him. And so in the personal box, I put like making more money to be able to feel financially secure to get married.
Yeah,
And then like also um I just thought of something else I could have just like being able to move to be closer to his fiance.
yeah,
Um and then I also put for the business side, because in his like bio, it talks about how he feels like he deserves a raise because of the work that he's already doing. So I put that in there. And then um for another thing, I put that he wants like the $5,000 raise because a different manager with the same position got a $5,000 raise. And so that's like a goal that he wants is to be able to get that $5,000 raise from what I understood. So
yeah.
um,
Go.
okay. And then did you put anything for the others?
I didn't.
I
What are the
didn't either
concerns
yet.
of others? So maybe you can go through those ones together.
Yeah.
I could see like the concerns of others who may be significantly affected. Um, would that be like the interest in like customer service? Like those kind of things? Like would that be something we could put in like one of the options?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We could do like reliability. Like
Yeah.
another interest. Let's see here.
As far as like Karen's family goes, like maybe an interest of like the caregivers of her husband is just
Yeah.
like being able to like help Karen feel like she's like able to like have a stable career, but also be able to feel like she's helping take care of her husband.
Ah, the perspective of the caregivers. I like that.
Okay. Okay. I feel like that's good for that part. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think so too. I'm like, since I don't really know what other direction we're supposed to go, I'm like, I think
Hmm.
that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm just typing up one last thing and then we'll scroll down. Because I think, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I think that's good. A for effort, right? I'm like,
Yeah, for real. I'm like, we're
just
doing it.
trying to survive.
For real.
Let's see the next one. I think this is like when I stopped and I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to be filling this out. But let's see. Identify the important interest for each party, then probe for underlying interest by questioning why and for what purpose. List these in the middle comma and finally rate the relative importance of your interest, allocating each one of a point to 100. So, oh yeah, mine and theirs. So would these just be like the interest we talked about above? Like,
I think so.
I will probably add, let's see,
Hmm.
at least in like two really important interests I think about is she is looking for somebody who desires how'd she say it? Management as a chosen career.
Yeah.
It's that one at the beginning, but we can put it in this one.
Hmm.
Um and then the next one I would probably put um is probably I think another like big key one that like keeps like standing out to me the most is like plans to stay in the area, like
Hmm.
term, um at the company, stay in the area.
Okay.
That's a huge one. And then basic of underlying interests. I think like these biggest things are because like from a manager standpoint, she wants to be able to find like the right candidate. Like that just kind of like makes sense in my mind. Like
Yeah.
um and then relative importance. I feel like so is this like me ranking her importance or like Ken's like willingness to do the job?
Um, I think it's okay. Let's see. Identify the most rate the relative importance of your interest by allocating each 1 point value.
Oh,
I
so
think it's just we're rating the interest of
yeah.
how much we value them, how much each person values them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I think for Karen, I feel like hers are pretty like high, like it's kind of like the job resume, like that's how she values, like what she's looking
Yeah.
for. So I would say it's like in like the high 80s or like low 90s. So I feel like sometimes like some of that's like flexible because you can't like force somebody into that kind of like circumstance.
Yeah.
So I would put it probably like an 87. I don't know. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
that's a kind of like fair negotiated.
Yeah.
Like some of it has to be pretty firm. Like there's some things, but I feel like some of it they can be flexible.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, and is yours like for on the theirs section, is it like blacked out on the relative importance
Yes.
section?
Yeah. That
Okay.
one's blocked out on mine. So it must be
Okay.
like that's for me to
So
do it.
like we're just like rating our own.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um, okay, so for my important interest, for Ken's important interests, I'd probably say like financial security is probably like one of his.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, I can spell. There we
Boy.
go.
It's too late to try to.
Um, I'd probably say like financial security, um, a raise, and being able to get married.
Yeah, like
And
living
then,
with this partner.
yeah, and with that, like moving closer. Um, and then the basic underlying interests. Well, I guess maybe financial security would be like an underlying interest. I feel
Yeah,
like.
maybe like getting a raise would be like in the important part, and then the under
Uh,
financial security.
okay, perfect. Because I feel like he doesn't necessarily care about the job.
Yeah, it
I feel
doesn't
like
seem,
he cares about the money.
which sometimes why do we work for money?
Yeah, for real.
Uh,
So, okay, awesome. Okay, I think
I think that's it, right?
that's it.
Is
I
that
think so.
so too? I'm like, I can upload our recording and things, and then we can
Okay,
up
perfect.
individual stuff and do whatever that quiz was at the end of the week. And I think we can,
Sweet.
right?
Awesome. Perfect.
Well, nice to meet you. Thanks
Yeah,
for being
nice to meet you
nice for a
too.
couple of minutes.
Of course. Thank you for being flexible and meeting